welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel, AmusedJester, and my name is Junior. And today we're going to take a look at Hasbro Star Wars, the Vintage Collection Carson Teva from The Mandalorian. This is VC363. There he is. And just to let you guys know, I did cancel this pre-order of mine, but I went ahead and reordered him again. Carson Teva, yes, I know he's a fan favorite, but you know, I mean, like, I'm okay. I'm glad he got his toy. I'm glad I'm adding him to my collection. But yeah, I have a lot of X-Wing pilots, and so the reason why I pre-ordered him, it's not because he's Carson Teva. And congratulations again for getting your own figure, but this toy, not necessarily the actor that's being portrayed, looks almost like I do. So this is almost like I bought him because he's almost like representing me in toy form in the Star Wars universe. So he'd be technically representing me. Universe. Yep, same hairstyle, bald like that. And at the time when I pre-ordered this, yes, I was sporting a full beard like this one. Not necessarily as great as the actor, but it would be a good representation of me as well in the figure. So probably what I'll do is hopefully he'll go into discount soon. Because as much as he's a fan favorite, I'm hoping he wasn't much of a sellout, and there'll be a lot of discounted rates on him, because I want to replace these hands, because I do have a lot of, like I said, X-Wing pilots when it went on sale for like $4. I bought a bunch of them. So I'll kit bash the arms off of those and put it on him, so I can get one without the jacket, because this is what I prefer. A preferred look for that one. See, yeah, this guy could easily represent me in the TVC collection. I'm just as portly as you've seen. I mean, if you've seen some of my videos, as this guy and everything. Really nice detail. And then 3.75 to get this much detail. This is the reason why I got into Star Wars 3.75. And unfortunately, there's a difference in color going on over there. There's the boots. Articulation wise, looks up pretty well. Down, I don't have the beard anymore, so, but I mean, like, a lot of people were replacing the hands or the arms, so I know it can be done. Goes up by so. You get the usual elbow swap side. You get more than 90 on that elbow, as you can see, so that's pretty nice. The wrist goes in and out, but you know, it's so small. This is one of those that has the barbell joints, thigh cut, single knee articulation, that goes all the way down like so, slightly going up, and you get an ankle. So this is a level 1 figure because it's got the 4 articulation. He's gonna go into my tier 1, not because he's Carson Teva, but because he looks just like me. So I definitely changed my mind and grabbed him so that I can have a representation in the yeah, dude, it's just like, I know he's Carson Teva, but I would call him Captain Jester, which is my online name, and Captain Jester is my new base print that I did. You just gotta push it in really good in there, and it holds figure pretty well. Printed it myself, designed it myself. This is the way I just want my bases to be like minimalistic, have them stand, and done. You're boom, you know. So, and this is not a shameless plug. I'm probably gonna try selling these, but I'm not 100% sure how much I'm gonna sell them for. Basically fits everything that I can think of, except the vintage ones, because their peg holes are a lot bigger. These actually, as you can see, these is this one of the shallow ones, the one with the shallow feet? It will fit that. I'm actually gonna go ahead and transfer all of my 3.75 from these. I bought like hundreds of these because these were so good, but their pegs are slightly too big, and they only do one. Why are you only doing one of these pegs when you can do two for stability? I could never figure it out. Here's Jadnana wood on one of my things. You'll notice this was the hardest thing to do, to figure out and design, because this actually, I'm not sure if this is, actually let's do Carson Teva. This actually, and you kind of need to warm it up. Once you, if I do sell it, once you get it, and this is going to be the hard part, because this fits perfectly on a Lego base tile, but the problem is you kind of need to work it, because otherwise you'll think, no, it doesn't fit. Yes, it does fit. But that was a heck of testing and everything. Took me a while to get it right, because the shrinkage that happens when you're printing, you have to determine that. So yeah, why did I do this? Because then you can have one of those big large base plates for Lego and then assemble your troops, so they're just, you know, so if you're transporting it and everything, it's just stays there. Yeah, but I do know this: if I do sell it, if I do sell these bases, these things that have the Lego will cost twice as much, if not more, than this, where it's just simple. Why? Because why did I get to my bases? This takes more time to print than this, twice as much, even a little bit more, because what happens is that the 3D printer is actually printing that freaking whole design all over instead of just a simple one like this. Can you believe that? This actually takes more material than this, takes more time than this, because it has to print all these individual holes in there. I never even thought about that until it's like, to print out 50 of these takes 2.5 hours. To print out 50 of these takes almost 5 hours. Oh my God. So for now, for my personal use, which is what I'm printing these for, I'm just printing the basic ones, and I'll figure out a different way of doing things where, yeah, I'll think of a different method of, if I want to make a line of a row of troopers and everything. But that's, yeah. Anyway, let's go back to Carson Teva. So it's a tier 1 character because it looks just like me, and I need him. Level 1 because he's the full articulation. $16.95. That's why I almost canceled him, man. I'm gonna give him a value of 10. It's painful for me to say this, but I'll give him a value of 10, maybe 11. Yeah, okay, I'll give him a value of 11. Look at that, though. It's just a miniature It's a miniature me, or a miniature Carson Teva. I mean, if you like the character, then it's a value of 12. It's just that Carson Teva is not doing it for me. But it's a perfect representation of me in the Star Wars universe, so I needed to get him and all. But yeah, that's it. That's it for my review of Carson Teva from the Star Wars Universe Vintage Collection. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys on my next review. Bye.